Hey everybody, this is Hector. Just up late, checking my 55's. I have bought a whole bag, about 5,000 of them, and now I'm separating them. I already did by date. Now I'm going to separate them by mint. And mostly right now, most of the D's. D for Denver. See what else is out there. It's late. Should turn the TV off. I'm not even watching it. It's just background noise for me. I don't think you guys can hear it. If you do show up, two people show up. Wonder who they are. 55D. 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 Hey, Popzilla. Man, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Not much, man. Not much. Just keeping myself out of trouble. Come on if you got a chance. 55D. It's not in bad shape. Put that out for my book. So how's your family, man? Hope you're all doing well. David Carlisle. How you doing, my son? Oops, 52. What's that doing in there? Glad to see you, sir. Glad to see you. What are you guys all doing tonight? 55. You guys all staying out of trouble? 55. Cooter. You know, I keep hearing that. Is that something you guys are doing now? Still early for me. I haven't been really sleeping that well. But that too shall pass. 55D. 55D. What have you guys all been up to? Dave, I see you all the time, all over the place. Good. That might be something I want to keep separately. I bought a bunch of whole 80 guacamoles. Wow. You know something? My wife just made fresh salsa today. One of her friends had cancer surgery, and they think they caught it all well in time. But she made some fresh salsa for them and made us a little extra. It was good, especially with corn chips. Yep, those are good. Oh, okay. Corn and silver, huh? Wow. Is silver? Well, silver's cheap, but the premiums are high. Yeah, I love fresh salsa too. I might even get some right now because they just mentioned it again. You guys all staying safe out there? I took my shot this last Monday. I went and got my one vaccine shot, Johnson and Johnson. Wouldn't that be neat if I found a 55 in here, double? Oof, that would be so much fun. Even if it was in poor condition. Ooh, 55S. Finally. 55D. 55D. This one looks like a damage. It's rough. Oh, you know something? Fresh salsa and a beer. 53D. That's not supposed to be in there. That would be. That's too early in the morning. 55D. 55D. Oh, you getting Popsilla? How many pours have you made so far? Sorry, I haven't been online too much. It's just been out of sorts for a little bit, trying to get everything reorganized in my brain. But I'm back. I know my father-in-law has a big. That's damaged. I know my father-in-law has a huge avocado tree that gives about 200, 300 avocados. I'm not crazy about avocado, believe it or not. Yeah, just something about it just kind of like gags me a little bit. So I'm not too much into guacamole. Salsa, oh shoot. Hey, you know something? You're forehead of me, Popzilla. I don't think I even get close to being a poor because I don't know. Is the price of silver? I know it's low. It's $25 and something, but I just can't imagine some of those beautiful coins getting melted down, even if they are a maple leaf or a common silver eagle. But if you like doing that, that's great. Especially metallurgy, all that silver. I heard people use. I heard the term silver shot one time. Hey, let me come back. I'm gonna turn up the TV. It's driving me nuts. I'm still here. I'm just using my phone to turn off my YouTube. Disconnected it? Good. I am a fan of YouTube. I mean, when you do searches, you gotta be careful what you put in there because sometimes they give you everything under the sun. If you put body, then like if you put auto body, yeah, you like your silver too. Yeah. Hey, where are you working at now? Pop, are you working at the restaurant still? And if you do, have you found any good things through the silver? Hey, Coin Captain, how you doing? Oh, I'm just looking at coins and separating my coins from just something to pass the time where I can get more coin rolls. But I bought a bag a while back, 5,000 wheats, and I got this, and I'm not looking for any varieties or any errors, just the date and separating it by. Well, that's good to hear. You're doing well. Just separated by mint now. These are all 55s. And I was hoping I might come across a few of these with a double DDO 55. But if I find one, I'd be happy. If I find two, I'll be ecstatic. D. Looks like Denver's really winning out here. Hello, Shastina. How are you? Welcome to the group. Popzilla's in here, Coin Captain, David. Trying to see who else is here. Pop is one of my oldest friends on here. David, too. Somebody else, somebody's watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can go ahead and subscribe to all these people. I vouch for them all. They're all good people. The closest person to me, probably statewide, I think, is Popzilla. He's in Nevada. I'm in California. Just separating. You just started, Shastina? Did you start coin collecting, or do you have other interests also? It's a 55D also. Every once in a while, I'll check to see if anything's going oddly with these coins. In the ear. Stocks. Looks like a cud right there, or damaged. And that looks like damage. D. Oh, you're in California too, huh? I am, well, I'm in a small town, but the best way I tell everybody that I'm near Fresno, just north of Fresno. You're probably going to be, you're going to be either in Sacramento, Bay Area, Central Coast, or LA, or the Mojave Desert. 55. D. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to subscribe to you, Shastina. Hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And I am subscribed to you. Must have been a while back.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this card. Okay, you ready? All right.
Nope. Hit the wrong playlist. Ah, interesting playlist. Oh, thank you. I am definitely let's see. I know one little town outside of Clarksburg. I think it's called that. One of my relatives has a trying to remember, a restaurant and a ranch. So got into coin collecting, huh? It's addicting. I'm buying some coins from another friend of mine here. We're down to figuring out what I want, and I think it's going to be a little pricey, but it'd be worth it. Citrus Heights, closer to Sacramento on the, well, it's probably toward the south, a little bit southwest, southeast. My sister lives in Sacramento, 10 minutes downtown. My uncle does too. Two of my cousins. My dad's last living brother. You know something? Justina, I actually always had my collection, but I took it out one time. It was in my closet. It was in there for many years. And I just happened to come across a broadcast on YouTube. And when I watched it, I went started looking at my coins and said, dang, I should start again. And I started October of 2018. I gave up on coins because I used to count as a grocery clerk and manager and big stores and running my own stores. I used to make deposits and I counted money all the time. After a while, I got sick of counting money. In the groove. Good. Yeah, I started mine 59. That's not supposed to be in there. I started my collection when I was in high school. No, actually, more than that, because my dad was collecting coins since he was, I guess he was teens also. But yeah, he got me started on it. He got me started on it. Ooh. That's a nice one. Keep that out. So, Justina, Popzilla, everybody, I hope you guys are checking each other's channel out so you guys subscribe to each other if you're not subscribed already to each other. I am, like I said, trying to get back into the groove of things. And as soon as I get my office in order, well, it's not in order. It's really a freaking mess. Not a small collection. My grandma started. Oh, that's good to hear. So, what are you mostly what you're looking for, Christina? Are you looking for more to fill albums? Are you more into silver only, or just starting out? You got everything going. Like me, I started again, and I have to start all over. Start learning all the new coins, all the new varieties and errors, and remembering the old ones that I had forgotten about. 55. And I got an idea of how I like Morgans, my favorite Morgans. Popzilla right now told me he's having guacamole and chips. 53. How did I mix these up? 55D. 55D. I have everything going. Yeah. I even got other hobbies. I just got to get motivated to do things. That's all. Just motivated. Supposed to retire 2 years ago, but I didn't. What's your favorite, Justina? Coin collectors are sometimes owls. Popzilla, you got me hungry now. Thinking about guacamole and salsa. If anyone wants to come up, I left the link up on top. I'll post it again though. Let's see. Paste. Because sometimes I'm not a good single speaker. D. D. That's got a little bit of chime to it. Oh no, no problem. Enjoy yourself. Ooh, another thing I don't like, sour creams. I am so sorry, Pops. I'm not crazy about sour cream. I can take it in a taco. I can take it in a on the rice, on your plate. But oof, I had so much sour cream as a kid because mom used to love sour cream on everything. Meat, rice, beans, fresh beans. Well, if you ever wanted to buy some Shasta, I've got 5,000 pennies I'm going through right now. I even bought books. Let's see. Let me see if I can turn this around. I got tons of these. I got a whole bunch of them. See, guys? I went ahead and got myself some books that I'm going to have to refill. I bought 34 books. 34 albums, actually. I'm going to fill those up. Well, I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, and that's the only place I can find them. And I went to a coin shop, and they're $5 an album. I found them on Wizard Oz Supply, and some of these books went for $2.60, and normally they're $5. And I got some Littleton because I started with that, and I got to finish them all out. Oh no, who did we lose? Colorado. How you doing, Colorado? Did we lose someone else? Better not be Cajun because I just talked to him a few days ago. What happened to Richo? What? I just saw his video the other day. Oh my gosh. Well, his wife wasn't too happy with him when he was alive. I hope she's all right. living without him now. I know they got divorced, split up. Colorado, do you know any details? Are you saying he passed away? Yeah. He's way younger than I am. Wow. That's unbelievable. I mean, this may sound odd. Oh, his daughters, man. Oh my gosh. His daughters. Oh, jeez, they're youngins. Basta descanse. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, is there a announcement? Like I don't know how they do it in Australia, but I'm pretty sure there's some kind of newspaper announcement. You know, like, jeez, I just saw Richo the other day. Okay, I'll check it out. Dang, I don't think he was over 55. I don't think. Oh, but it's someone do. Oh, well, I shouldn't even say that right now. I wouldn't know what to say. That's sad to hear. Man, that is something else. Yeah, I see it. Just 13 minutes ago, he set it up. Oh man. Shoot. I'll look at it later. Yeah, he was a pirate. I mean, jeez. That isn't cool at all. I hope his girls are. Wow. You know, I used to hear people say, "Oh, he lived to 93. You know, that was a good age." And I'm thinking right now, as long as you're healthy As long as you got your faculties with you and you're not sick all the time, live as long as you can. Just enjoy life if you can. Wow. I know one of my goals in the future is to meet all, as possible, everybody. I know it's not going to be possible, but to meet as many people that I can find that are friends on here. Jeez. That's something else. And he was having a hard time. I said that when he got divorced, or he found out he was getting divorced, his wife just put it on him, and he's really missing his girls. He was missing his girls. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. There was a lady who I knew across the street from. She lived to be 106, and 105. I used to see her sweeping her porch, waving at us. Doña Carlota. What was her name? She was 104. Wow. Well, like I said, if you can stay healthy, that's the part. I know a lot of people say, "Man, I don't want to. I'm gonna be here long." I said, "No, your friends want you to stay long." 104. That's awesome. Just think about all the years that those people lived and what they've seen. Well, Colorado, thanks for telling me because I did not know. How come? I wonder if it didn't show up on my when did it put? It didn't show up on my Yeah, it did show up, but I didn't notice it on my notifications. Man, Rich really liked doing the pirate thing with his kids. Didn't see too much of his wife on it, but I could hear her in the background sometimes. Wow, that's something else. I'm gonna put him in here. 1999, 1959 to 1998. I got 4 books here, and I can't tell you one of them. 1999. Let's go first. Imagine she saved all her quarters since she was born. Oh yeah. Just think if she was old enough to remember to save the 1923S, if she came across it. Boy, that would be something. Yeah. I like the Morgans and Peace Dollars. I like the Standing Liberties, the Mercury Dimes, the War Nickels, Benjamins, half dollars, the Barbers. Jeez. Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. Yeah, that would be something else, huh? Well, I just had a little prayer for him, just to make sure his soul's not forgotten. Man, I can't imagine his little girls. Ooh. I know funerals are expensive. I tell you that. Sometimes I see people on the side of the road or in the middle of the lanes, and they're trying to get, you know, funds, and they're grieving, and they have to ask for money on the street. That's not cool. They have to do it in order to bury the loved one, and maybe they get enough money to at least bury, or cremate him, I should say. Yeah. Hey, Popzilla, how about if we wait to cremate you first and not throw you over the side of the bridge until that we can dispose of you the right way, unless you want to be cremated, or don't. Yeah. Has anybody seen the video for Found It Buried? Hey, Pop. So does George say anything about the circumstances surrounding rituals? Man, whew, that's something else. Oh, okay. Does it say how George found out? Because that would be someone who knows Rich. Yeah, I've got it already queued already to watch it later after I sign off. Man, that's a bummer. Jeez. Richo's wife is She was divorcing him. I don't know if she's taking care of the arrangements, unless they got back together before his passing, which is kind of unusual. Basically, since she was not his wife. The heck is me? Yeah, that's one of my nicknames. No, they didn't. Okay. Maybe we could contact the funeral director, or the announcement in the paper saying, or the burial announcement. Do they have it posted somewhere? Because sometimes they have directions on there where to send, if they want to send flowers or whatever. Wow, that's a trip. They didn't say, huh? Oh, that's too bad. Did George say to send him the money because he's in contact with the family? Does anybody know? You know something? I've never asked him about if he did mention a brother, but he didn't say his name. Does anybody know his brother's name? It's been a while for me. It's Shastina, but yeah, I've seen his videos. Did you mention him too there, or you're asking about his channel? Okay. Okay. Well, I hope whatever happened, it was. Wow. Hey, has anybody heard anything more from um, uh, Cajun? I know he was laid up in the hospital for a while. Hey, History Man. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I've been away for a while, but I've been watching the videos. As Cajun is home now. Good, good, good. I know he was having a little bit of issues with his perforated intestine, and Johnny Best was there, and Mitzi, his wife, stayed in the room with him, so he was lucky. He only had 2 visitors. Oh, he was streaming today? That's cool. Boy, I bet you he was missing streaming. Okay, Chestina. Ooh, yeah. I just found an Indian head penny in my let's see what the year is this. 1905 Indian head. Man, it's dirty as hell. Yeah, it's a bit dirty. A little bit worn too. I like the design of the back. 1907. 1959. Yeah, I got a book. I can do that one. Yep. 1959. Put that in my book. Oh, another Indian head. How do I get these all mixed up? D. No, 59s. So what have you been up to, History Man? Indian head. 1905. 1906. This one here. 1900. Wow, that threw me for a loop. No, not lately. I haven't been on since Tuesday or Monday. When did you put it up, History Man? You know, I gotta find me a pen. I got a little hungry, so when he started mentioning Popzilla, that he was going to dirty. When he was gonna eat guacamole and chips, that sounded so good right now. We have a lot of local restaurants around here that cater to authentic cooking. That I think I'm gonna have me some carnitas and okay. So I'll take a look at it tomorrow, today, after I get off. In about probably 30, 35 minutes, 40 maybe. Man, Richard passed away. Oh, history man. Did you know Richo, the pirate? Richo's treasure hunt? Man, that is sad. Very sad. Let's see. Okay. This is blank, so I can use all these. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you know something? I always thought of having an Irish wake. You know that? 1953, yes. Popzilla, it's your fault. You're making me hungry with that guacamole and the chips. 59D. 58D. Now I'm putting these in my book because these were strays. 59. 53D. $19.53. Well, I'm hoping that Richo is living the life of the Riley. Okay. Take your time there, Shastina. I hope somebody comes up here because I'm terrible at talking about myself. 90. That's pretty nice. 90. Okay, come on up. I hope so because yeah, I know. Well, the divorce, losing his place, the fires in Australia, and what else? And losing his kids and losing his pirate channel. You know, not so much that he lost it; it's just that he didn't seem to have the same vigor without his girls being there. But yeah, I hope he's doing well. That's all we can hope. Nobody knows what's on the other side. Oh, I put them in flat wraps, or I put them. The real nice ones, I put them in 2x2s, and I stapled the cardboard together. Or yeah, rolling them up is mostly, and keep them out of moisture and sunlight. So, and also I have these trays there are 13 compartments. I put the extras in there that I can't roll, so that way they're still organized. So if somebody wanted to buy or exchange with me, certain coins, then I know where to get them. Otherwise, searching for them is like before. I used to have just throw them all the years together in a row, and then throw them together, and that doesn't work anymore for me. So 59. I can do 59. I think I did one already. 58 nickels. Shastina, did you see the albums that I have? Well, these are called folders. Albums are 3-ring binders, really. The funny thing is about Richo that he was always happy-go-lucky, as far as I could tell. I keep all my copper pennies. I keep all my nickels back from 59, and it's a way of saving money too. And also, even the 59, and also graded coins that I think was a good coin. Full steps on the nickels. I keep all the Mercury dimes. I keep all the Roosevelt dimes. I just found 4 of them. Oh, guys, I got to show you this. I went to Smart and Final, and I found. Let me grab them. Get a load of this. I went to Smart and Final to pick some stuff up for Easter, and I found this. This is a 5 cent. Let me check it up a little higher so you guys can see it better. A 1972 cinco centavos. It's a Mexican coin. I'm not going to show you guys the stuff in. Okay, I found this one here. This is a silver dime in 1958. It was in the Coinstar. And this one, I think it's just clad. This one, 2013, so it's a clad. Where are they? Oh, here we go. Found this one in the Coinstar in the dump bin, 1964. There we go. And then I found this one, and you can tell they're all silver, a 63. And I found this one, a 47, and this one's a 47S. And then a 78 copper, but that's all fine. So I found 4 silvers. and each silver is worth $1.80. So check those coin stars when you guys go see one. Go check it out. The lucky one? Is that you, Rhonda? There you go. History man, you're muted, just so you'll know. But yeah, I found those silver dimes, and they're worth $1.81, I think, today. Just a look.
Hello, Hector.
Hey, history man, how you doing?
How you doing? I'm gonna be here for a little while. So,
Okay.
because why not? I really have nothing to do tonight, and I'm not really tired. So,
Good. Why is your computer acting up?
no, something wrong with my mouse recently. It's unbelievable.
Three things possible. One, it's got lint in the eye. Two, it's got a low battery, or it's not seated right. The negative and positive. And I found that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about it too. So, I'm gonna go see what it is. I
Yeah, I
mean,
was
the
thinking.
strangest part that it stopped the
Uh-huh.
other day. So, and then now it came back again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the strangest part about it. I grabbed my battery tester, see if there was batteries, see if it was a
Uh-huh.
battery issue. I tested, it
Right.
was good. I don't understand what was going on. So,
Huh.
something's wrong with this mouse.
Hector, did you say you was going to try to get a hold of the funeral home and see about sending flowers?
Yeah, I'm gonna contact George first and see what he found out. And then because I don't know where he lives in Australia. I know he said New South Wales that he lives in, but not like the city, or because I can search for announcements. I've done it
Right.
with other people from across the United States, and it's probably no different than going to Australia. So
I mean,
uh,
funeral home, who passed away?
Richos,
Who?
Richos,
I don't know who that is.
The pirate treasure hunter.
he was.
Sounds familiar, but I don't know.
He went
He
on
was-
George's stream a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he had his daughters with him, and they did a pirate treasure hunt, and they all dressed up in pirate outfits, and
That's
they had
fun.
the Wheel of Doom and all that. He was really into making it with his daughters, So it was fun for him.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's sad.
yeah. Well, Cajun's out of the hospital, and heard today he's home now.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Cage in a freaking while.
Well, he's been in the hospital for a month.
Right.
Yeah. So.
So, yeah.
Al is starting to take baby steps.
He's not even.
He was
Well,
in. He was in a coma for 2 months.
He was? He didn't tell me that.
Yep. And he's in rehab now, trying to get his strength back to where he can walk again and everything. And he told me a couple of days ago he's started to take baby steps.
Huh, because he told me that how do you put it? That he has to watch what he eats, baby steps with everything's starts with a B, broiled, boiled, blanched, whatever.
Yeah, that's how I hate fried foods. Fried foods ain't good for you at all.
Mm. Well, that's too bad to hear about. Oh man, I still can't believe it.
That is sad, yeah.
Wow. And I think he's what, maybe not even 50. Maybe he's 49. Maybe.
Rico.
Yeah.
I don't think he was even that old.
I didn't think so either, because his girls were really young.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my old man.
Wow. Yeah, everybody says it's it's your.
I remember him saying his age one time, and I couldn't believe that he was actually that young because I mean he does look older than what he was.
Even with the beard, I thought he was younger than that. You know,
Yeah.
because he acted childlike with his kids, but that's normal because that's his kids, that he's working with.
Yeah, bring the kid out of you, right?
Right. Still had the kid mentality, which is good. I mean, it's they tell me when people pass away, oh, he lived a good life, this and that.
Mhm.
And to tell you the truth, as long as you're healthy and you got it with you in your head and you still function, why leave?
Right.
Right, yeah.
Well, I'm not a gentleman. I'm a woman, and I'll be 55 in July.
And Justina, I'm 19. So
Well, Christina.
also, Hector, by the way,
Yes, sir.
I will be making a video about me servicing my 56 RCA. I haven't serviced it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I can figure it out, what's the issue? So I completely figure it out, then I'll make a video about it. You just gotta do this. Just gotta learn how to do the soldering process with it.
Oh, cool.
Because I need to change the caps on the machine.
Are you getting help with the information or what?
With Greg.
Oh, cool.
You know,
You gonna do that live stream? Or you can do just a video on it.
might just do a video on it.
Oh, okay.
And just show you how to do it. So we'll be doing that, and I just got my my Mae West rock and roll album from '66. Not sure if you heard of that.
Excuse me.
But I just got that recently, so once I get that fixed, I'll play the music off from that machine.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't it's just not fixed at the moment. And I got
Oh.
some rare, very rare Japanese 78s from the 50s. So we'll be playing that as well. So I'm gonna do a lot of things this year and make videos on. So, and right now I'm currently actually making the documentary that I'm currently making, the Meiji Restoration. If you've heard of that, Hector.
Well, I'm gonna be looking for it then.
Oh yeah, then yeah. I mean, I made a live stream yesterday with Greg.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't call it a live stream. I would say it's more like a podcast. I would say, yeah, more or less.
Now is Greg gonna be like there with you or?
Yeah, he's gonna be my co-host on the show.
Are you back in school yet, Hector?
No.
Well, you
Oh,
go to
wow.
school? Oh yeah, you're a teacher. I forgot.
They're not thinking of full time. They're thinking of making like a hybrid between kids in the morning, maybe the first. Well, they're not sure if it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And paralyzed and been through hell.
Well, I'm glad to see you come in, Popzilla. We'll talk to you later and get some good rest, man. We'll talk later.
Love you, Pops.
Love and respect, like you always say. Yeah. The kids are not learning. Some people are saying, well, some of the experts are saying that the kids won't get back their. They'll take 5 years to catch up on their.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but
I'll tell you what. I went 3 months without using my brain, might as well say. I got the brain traumas from my wreck, and when you don't use it, you lose it, and it. When I came back and got back into the YouTube after 3.5 months, my
Mhm.
grandsons had to show me how to even use the StreamYards again because I couldn't even remember how to do that.
Well, it's I don't know if it's just the rhythm of things because I can see the kids' faces, but I can't remember their names, and I've had them the whole year.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like me and my man was talking just yesterday or the day before about me not being able to remember all my grandkids' names or birthdays. But he's got brain
Well,
traumas also, so he understands.
it's just like some things you do automatically when you're working somewhere. Like when I was working in grocery stores or working, on the ranch, there's certain things that you have a better feel for it. And then if you don't practice it for a while, it takes you a while to get back in the rhythm of things.
Yes, exactly.
But
Have you been able to draw unemployment, or
yeah, yes, I have.
I thought that was something that didn't last for very long.
Well, I was working for the U.S. Census at the same time, part time, so that's what helped me out too.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I
really.
worked until October.
And Colorado was in the South Tower on 9/11 when the plane hit. He
Really,
almost he said,
Colorado? You were at the 9/11 buildings?
yeah, he was a firefighter. Yep.
Wait. Was the FDNY when the Twin Towers fell?
Do what?
He was
He
a
was
fire.
FDNY when the Twin Towers fell in New York.
Yeah, he was yeah.
Oh
He
man,
was he was under the rubble for 16 hours before he got rescued.
damn.
I said I would have had a heart attack and died. I wouldn't have lived through it. I know my heart.
I know.
He's been through it.
Yeah.
So Colorado, you were medically retired, and you had to move, and then you moved to Colorado.
Yeah, he had to retire. He's paralyzed from waist down.
We have a few firefighters that were from New York that were at the 9/11, but they moved after. I guess they got their 20 years in, and they had to get away from New York. I guess.
Now you see his name. He's in Colorado.
Wow.
It really shocks me about how a lot of people doesn't know his story. I did an interview with him 3 years ago, and we've talked about it on several different channels, and still people today's like, I didn't know that. And people that's been around him for the whole time in the last 3 years, I'm just like, why don't you know this?
Well, a lot of times people say things in the very beginning, and then they start talking about other things, and then it gets the coins all the time. So after a while, it seems just natural not to ask anymore, and then sometimes it's like my dad. He was a veteran of World War II. If you saw him, you wouldn't think of that. But then when he wore his hat, he got the attention, So the only time he talked about it was when they asked him about it. But I know what I want to talk to History Man.
Yeah.
Troy.
Yeah.
I saw a video. If I remember this correctly. You know Groucho Marx?
Who?
Groucho Marx?
I've heard of him. I haven't. Actually, yeah, I've heard of him.
Okay.
I haven't watched his films though, but I've heard of him.
He had a TV program that lasted like 15, 16 years.
Okay.
And there was a guy on there, and I saved the video because it was the guy who was interviewing for their contest, was the grandson of Cochise.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought in World War I as an aviator. He fought in World War II as an aviator. He lied about his age because he didn't look his age of 60 in World War II, and he was a fighter pilot. So I'm going to do a little research on him and contact his family. I think it was the Navajo reservation, or I should say the nation, and I'm going to see if that's true. So
that's pretty cool. That would be pretty good research.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many celebrities were on there that were history related.
My old Hollywood history is really crap, but because I haven't really studied it as much. I mean, right now I'm studying Mae West, because I'm starting to like her stuff. That's why I have at least 2 or 3 records of her and a couple of things in the back. But I'm starting to get into it.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Get a hold of Can Collectibles. He's a very good friend of hers.
Who?
Can Collectibles.
Can Clan Collectibles?
Can. C-A-N. C-A-N.
Okay.
He's a very good friend of hers.
Oh wow. Okay.
He just bought some of her stuff a couple weeks ago.
All right, now I gotta look into this guy. We should bring him to the podcast now. We gotta bring him into the podcast now for volume 3.
Can's a good guy.
We gotta bring him over here now. Hold on, let me look him up real quick.
I'm not a mod. I was gonna say I can put his link in the chat, but I'm not a mod.
Yeah, you can put the link down there.
Excuse me.
Oh, do I have the wrong person? Colorado Corn Hunting is telling me I've got the wrong person, that it's Barry Chase. That, yeah, you're right. It is the wrong person. Popzilla put his channel, his link in, Can's link in chat. Thank you, Popzilla. I thought you were still on.
He's probably just listening, resting up, which is good.
Yeah, I figured that. You didn't have to draw me a picture. I figured it out. I've heard the name Mae West, though. I don't know where I've heard it, but my dad.
So he's friends with me? How is he friends with me? I wonder how this story is.
No, he's friends with Barry Chase. I thought it was Mae West, but it's Barry Chase that he auctions.
Oh, okay.
I had Colorado corrected me. He likes
it. Oh, okay. I was about to say, let's bring him to the podcast here. Why didn't I do that before? You know, because I was actually about to interview a guy that actually that was her assistant, but sadly we just lost contact. So
Okay, she worked with Mae West. Barry Chase did.
Larry Chase did. Okay.
Barry
Okay.
Chase. It's a female.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it sounds like a female name. Okay.
My dad was 5 young during World War II on his own most of the war to reunite with what family that lived. And for my dad says he's so dead. He's so sad. Half the stories are sad.
Yeah. Wow, 104 too. Yeah. Jeez. You know, my grandfather's family lived up to in their hundreds too. It's unbelievable.
Well, I plan on living to be 100 no matter how many tumors I end up having in my stomach. I've got over 75 now.
I always say, never know.
Yeah. My grandmother lived to be 98, and my great grandmother lived to be 105.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
I want to follow in their footsteps.
Following their footsteps. Oh, yeah. It's like my great grandmother. She lived up to 102. You know, my two times great grandmother actually, which is freaking amazing. And then her two sisters lived up to 100, and her mother was, I mean, my grandfather's mother was 108.
Wow.
Yeah, and all of them are. It's just amazing how they.
Yo, right, Colorado. You're a young pup. Colorado says I'm old. I understand how you feel old, but you're not old. 48 is not old. I had someone say
How old is he?
48.
48. That's not old. Come on.
No.
You know, I had a 95-year-old man told me. He told me one time that it isn't so much that you're old when you're that old, is that you're living still and breathing, and you're that old.
Yeah, right. Someone said yesterday, you're not old until you die. And that's when you're old. I like that. It's the way
I like that quote too. That's that. Yeah.
Now, Hector, we're telling him he's not old, and you're telling him he is. Or did you forget not?
Oh,
that's why I said I understand how you can feel old. I'm the same way. That was Justina. Is that how you pronounce that? Is she older than you, Hector?
I think that's how she pronounces it. Shastina. It's like Shasta, but only Tina.
Right, that's what I thought. She says my brain's 25, but my body 200. I've been through 14 stomach surgeries, 3 back surgeries, 2 eye surgeries, part of my shoulder blade taken out.
Damn.
Implant.
And still
for to shock my feet so I can walk.
right. Right. My grandfather always says he had a bunch of problems later on. I mean, he was a healthy man, but later on he had a bunch of problems, and he always said, I'm still breathing."
And sometimes I don't know. I'm probably one of the oldest in the class in this room right now.
Colorado, I can't remember what floor you was on when that plane hit. He said most of my body was broken. I can imagine.
I can imagine
that all that
All that
rubble.
concrete and steel that's just falling off. I mean, yeah.
Exactly. 36. That's what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to say and be wrong. Yeah. Sometimes my brain plays tricks on me and puts different numbers in my mouth. I'm so bad the other night. We had a couple of them who was playing dice, and the beginning of the fourth or fifth game, I had won, and the winner goes first the next round. And the first time I rolled, I was getting on the board playing 10,000, and I put it under my old man's name. I marked it out. I put it under his buddy's name, and then he was like, "Rhonda, it's you that got on the board. You're the one that rolled, not us." It's like, man, and I just went downhill from there. I had trouble remembering all kinds of things. We were heading up to the impact floors. Yeah.
Well, I've been lucky. I've been in so many sports up to shoot until my 40s. I didn't break a bone in my body. I mean, I've got bad knees, bad ankles, and bad thumbs from playing baseball and sliding into base or running somebody over in football. But I never broke anything, luckily.
Yeah, really.
And then working on concrete for from the time I was 15 until last year when I was teaching. And that's not good on your knees.
No, it's not. Knees or back or hip. What is DDD? She says,
Yeah, what is that?
huh?
No, I said, what is that?
Yeah, that's what I said. She says, I have DDD. That's why I'm retired early and hopefully surgery soon. My spine's so totally a nightmare. I can understand the nightmare part about the spine. And have your vertebrae taken out and cages put in, and ain't no fun.
Carrying all that equipment upstairs, man. Just imagine, like, carrying all that equipment and then you have to go up to, like, at least a 36 floor. It's just amazing. Again, Colorado, thanks for your service, man.
Around here they have another name for that. I can't. I got 5 brain traumas, but I don't remember. But they have another name for it too. My spine never formed when I was in my mom's womb, so I've had trouble with mine all my life. And I have this nerve disorder that likes to grow tumors on my organs. So, 92, they took out half my pancreas and my spleen due to a tumor the size of a basketball connected to them. And I've had my gallbladder taken out from it. I can't remember what all. And I have 14. Last year they did a scope and took pictures and showed me the tumors that's in the left kidney and the tube that goes to the bladder from the kidney. And the bladder was fine. I had a scope done this past Wednesday, and there's 75 tumors in my stomach now. Within that was May, I think, when they did scope last year. Within a year, I've had 10 of them in my head for years. And the saddest part about the disease I have is the neurofibromatosis. And the doctors would ask me, I've got the tumors inside and outside my body. And they're like, what's them? And it's like, well, you tell me and we'll both know. All I know is a sign from God that I'm going to have a nervous life. And then when I was in my 40s, I got diagnosed with the neurofibromatosis. At least I was right. It had to do with nerves. Colorado, I lost that a long time ago, baby.
Yeah, I remember my mom's age group. The biggest thing they had going for them is that they lost their uterus all the time. They had a hysterectomy all the time.
I had that taken out when I was 21 from tumors being grown on it. So I went through the change of life young. People don't like it when I say I can understand why my ex-husband beat me, because I was a big bee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't handle the change that well at all.
My wife went through that, and it didn't seem as bad. But she saw the doctor a lot.
How old was she when she went through it?
I'm sorry?
How old was she when she went through it?
60.
At the normal age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through it at 21.
Yeah, it's not good.
It was hard on me. Yeah. And I wouldn't take hormones and still don't. Oh, no, you still got your uterus, Colorado. You're still carrying that baby in it, remember? You was telling everybody I got you pregnant, remember?
Also, Hector,
Yes.
sorry to subject again. Also, can we post it like later today? I'm gonna archive. I have like a 3-minute film of my grandfather in his shop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I told you the story about his shop, his woodworking shop.
No, you didn't.
No, well, he had a woodworking shop, and here in my town, I would say well, there was one uptown from probably 66 to 71, and then he moved downtown to 71 to, I would say, maybe 2001 or 2000 when he stopped at his shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I have now it's a laundromat, but it used to be his shop. And almost everything, I mean, not almost everything, but the floors are still there, like it's still the same, you know.
Is all his equipment still in there?
No, actually, sadly.
That's too bad.
Like he used to have like huge machines, like band saws in there, all types of equipment that's in there. But sadly, most of that stuff isn't there.
Yeah, I was talking to Rich, and Rich, he did a lot of woodworking, and he says I was telling him about a desk that I wanted to make because I don't find one I like, and
Right.
the ones I do like they're not as I want them to be healthy and beefy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, because it's going to be a coin, hold up coins, and also
And special desks to hold up coins and such, right?
Yeah, coins and other hobbies that I have, that I want to do.
Right. That seems like a good idea. And he's making this for you?
No. I said he wishes he was still doing that.
I wish he would still do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I had the talent to do it, I would reopen a shop. But I don't have the talent to do it. Like, I cannot. Like, the guy literally made a freaking synagogue.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the talent between that. I'm not nowhere near that level.
Well, it takes years. So even if
yeah, he started in the 1930s all by himself because he's
good night, Justine. Thanks for stopping by.
All right. He started from the 1930s all by himself. He was a kid, so.
In those days, we did it by hand, everything.
Everything, yeah, almost everything. Yeah, everything was by hand. And then, well, he got his teacher. His teacher, name was Mrs. Kennedy. I still remember. I can't believe I still remember that name. But he gave him the tools. Well, she gave him the tools because His teacher at that time was very wealthy. She owned a com- um, a trucking company in New
Uh-huh.
York City. Forgot what it's called, but she owned a trucking company, and every single time when the school opened, she would roll up with her big Lincoln, and she was a very wealthy teacher that my grandfather had, and um, one time my grandfather asked if he could have the tools because one time he saw two men woodworking on a um, doing some woodwork on a construction site. He was like,
Hmm.
I want to try and do that. So he asked his teacher if he can do it. If she can get the tools because he couldn't afford the tools at this time. We're talking about the 1930s, Great Depression and such.
Right.
And he's like, yeah. I mean, she's like, yeah, sure. And she was nice enough to actually purchase him the tools. And the next day he got him. And the first thing he did with those tools is that um he would make out 100 or at least 200. Him and his friends made 100, 200 wooden salt paper shakers. The salt pepper shakers.
Hmm.
Um, he would make 100, 200 of them and then sell them out in the street. That was literally his first job. Or at least his first woodworking job that he did. So
Well, I've seen some people start very simple projects and they expand as they
they
learn.
expand as it merge. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be something good to know.
Right. I mean, like I said, I would like to give it a try because I would like to do this.
Never
If
know.
if I if I had the money to too as well. So if I had the money to reopen the shop.
Well, I was watching Gran Torino,
Okay.
and I always wondered to know how did men have such great garages, and
With great
the
garages.
line, yeah, great garages, and one of the lines in the movie goes, how the kid asked the old man, how did you get your so many tools? And he says it takes a lifetime to get all these tools, so don't. Here's your first start, and he gives them a tape measure, a square, a ruler, and said, "This is where you start."
Right.
It just takes time, and
You have to
I
start somewhere.
it's just like when I was looking at this old guy driving his Corvette. I mean, a really nice Corvette, and I always wondered how come when I was a kid, how come can old men have the nicest cars? That's
Right.
because the money is not there when you're a youngster, having a child, having a marriage, a mortgage, and all that. And
Right.
it didn't make sense to me until later. So you may see it as a hindrance right now for you to pick up you know, I don't know, a lathe or a router or whatever. But if you just build what you need and you do without until you can afford it, or the necessity comes up. Like I'm buying more tools now than I ever had before.
Right.
Even when I mean, like today, I could go. I bought a cedar, a lawn cedar. Well, it cost $36, but when I was working full time, I didn't have time. That's another thing too. I have more time now. I don't have the time when I was 20 years ago.
20 years. Right.
So what you see right now is a hindrance, but actually, what you should be seeing is opportunity. You
Well,
want to
again,
do something?
what happened?
Always learn to do something
Hmm.
as you age.
Well, yeah,
See,
that's why I'm learning how to fix electronics, fix vintage
well,
electronics and
well,
stuff.
it's just like me with that old Magnavox. I still want to fix that sucker. You
I
know.
know, yeah. I
So
mean,
that's
you watching the videos that they're actually, doing.
yeah, but some I can't. I'm not used to ohms and resistance and all that.
I know that's the hardest. That's the harder part, like
Yeah.
the resistors and all that. What does it need, Hector? Like, what's the wrong with the Magnavox though? Like,
I think it either needs a cleaning or because it crackles a lot. But once it warms up, um, because I played it the other day,
Mhm.
and I didn't play the records because it just didn't measure the record correctly. It didn't drop it at the right time, and
Oh,
sometimes
that's
it
okay.
has to be it has to be all adjustment.
And
So
does it need
that's
lubrication, the turntable too? It's not dropping the
yeah.
right way.
You know, I was watching there's a program I've been watching since I was a little kid.
Okay.
Uh, Charles Perrault, and he
Charles
did
who?
Charles Perrault. He was a CBS news anchor and reporter.
Mm-hmm.
He had a really nice voice. He traveled the United States, and he commented on people's lives, and he was an investigative reporter. And then he started going into more leisure time like that. But the program now is by Jane Pauley. She's the one that hosts it. Before that was John Goodman.
Okay.
He did most of, but she did a piece on audiophile. This guy swears by that MP3 players and any MP3 format doesn't play music like it's supposed to sound like.
Right.
And so he came and explained why it sounds better, richer, and that if you get he was playing a system that was worth $300,000. You
Well,
know,
at that time, right? Yeah.
no, as of today,
Oh, as of today. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh, it's
because
worth.
it was a new report on Wi-Fi and
Oh,
hi-fi
okay. Okay,
fidelity.
so it's a recent thing.
Right. So he started talking about how that he's trying to teach people that what is coming out of your earphones by MP3 players, you know, are not as the quality or the sound as leopard record players.
As
As
a
a matter,
record player,
yeah. As a
I
matter of
agree.
fact, this year or last year, when the report was done, said that LPs, which are the vinyl 78s and 33s and a half, have
Mhm.
sold more records than CDs this year.
Well,
So,
yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
so it's an uptick on the format. So I want to fix my my dual turntable if I can get it, you know, working.
Oh, you have a
That-
dual as well.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's German made, so it's got to be.
Right.
So
I know what they are. Yeah.
yeah, I found a place in Fresno that sells them and sells LPs, all the old records too, and he screens them.
Okay.
He screens them before he sells them. So he goes through quite a bit, and
Right.
so I'm gonna go ask him where does he get his LP. I mean, for the first time, I probably want it to be, you know, done by someone professionally, you know. So I'm gonna it's in the next town over, so I'm gonna call him up and ask him, hey, where does he get where do you get your record players refurbished, you know, or whatever
Right.
he wants to him, and because I just found my old records from the house when I was living at mom and dad's.
Right.
So they're like my old Zeppelin, my ELO, geez.
You got those on 33 on the third.
Yeah. And then I found my dad's 78s. There are not very many of them, but I want to know what happened to the rest. There are a lot of them missing.
And that's
Yeah, but it was he has Duke Ellington. He has Duke Ellington and Artie Shaw and Nelson Riddle. And,
on 78.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I hope you can find a fix, or at least find or fix a way to it. I'm only knowledgeable on the lubricating part. I mean, I can help you on that, how to lubricate the turntable, but I don't know how to. I don't know the electrical part of it. That's where I'm going to start and do. And as myself, because I'm figuring out myself, I got to get the capacitors for that machine that I have on my
yeah,
1956 RCA, and that's the hard part.
yeah.
So
Someone told me, or I was listening to a conversation when they were using a spray to put on the transistors before you plug it in.
a spray.
Yeah, an aerosol.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, for connectivity and cleanliness, and so it won't start a fire. Because sometimes they're
Right.
dead. And I don't know whose conversation it was because I do remember the conversation, but I just can't remember.
Was it was it Cajun though? He's very good at that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him too how to solder on all that stuff because I would
Well,
like to learn.
he said he did it for
Go ahead.
15 years. He said he did the shop for 15 years. I mean, he owned a shop that, and he was a radio DJ, and he had to repair a lot of the equipment in the radio station sometimes.
Right, that's what he used to work on too. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about that stuff because me and Greg we're doing this project together because Greg also has the same issue with his electric home. I don't know if you watched his record videos.
Yeah, I do. I listen to him.
You listen
And
to
I
him?
have
Yeah.
him queued up.
What happened?
I do have him queued up.
Yeah. Like he has like a lot of I mean he's mostly a 50s guy, that guy. Like I think he likes like 50s pop pretty much. But he has like stuff from other time periods as well though.
Well, I do. I do want
I'm
to get.
trying to get my
I mean,
logo.
I've got a perfect place over here to put that mega box. It's over 7 feet long.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I saw it. I think I remember you showed me a picture of it, or at least what it looks like. Yeah.
I mean, I've got a Yamaha sound system. I've got another one in my office, and I have another one in the garage. Actually,
Right.
I have two. I have three in the garage. My old 77, I bought that in 1977, my first stereo unit. And I've got 12-inch Sherwin Vegas woofers. And a good mid-range and a good tweets on it. And those days, it was just stereo. And then when I was in college, it was quad sound. 2 speakers in front, 2 in the rear. And that was it.
2 in the rear. That was it. Right.
That was
all right, Dave.
And that was high fidelity.
That was definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, see what you can do. I mean, that's one of my that's the project that I'm doing with my stuff. Especially on my I have also my grandfather's homemade console stereo there, but I think there's no issue on that.
Oh, really?
No. All I need is to get a player that can play 78s. I got a dual from the 70s. That's a 2-speed and one is 3-speed.
What about the ones that are variable speed?
What happened?
There's a turntable's variable speed. You can tune it to whatever speed the records are played on.
Oh yeah. Then again, I want to period correct this stuff because this is from the 70s. Like I want to period correct it. I don't want to put a modern turntable on it. It looks so wrong if I just put it doesn't feel the time period in it. Like if I just get like a Auto Technica in it, it wouldn't feel right.
Well, you might want to try it out just to see the difference if there's one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's just that I just don't feel right. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't feel right. It would feel wrong. Like if I brought like a 66 like to me if I buy a 66 Magnavox, but it has no turntable, so I decided to put an Auto Technica in it. It wouldn't make sense. Like I would at least get like a period correctors, like a Gerard or something.
Yeah. Well, I can see that point too.
Yeah, you can see it. Like yeah, like it wouldn't really. To me, I don't know, wouldn't fit. I mean, there are good record players though. Auto Technica. I'm not saying that they're bad, but it just wouldn't look right. You just find that 41S.
No, actually, I've got quite a few here. I have 5,000 pins I have to go through.
Right.
And they're all from the 40s and to 40s to. Well, actually, I found a couple of Indian heads in there. and I put those away already. And I found a few. What is it? Well, basically from 1909, because I found 1909 Philadelphia's, and up to 1959. And the bag I bought said that it was only supposed to be from 1940s, 1950s, but then I found those extra ones in there. So I said, oh, cool, sweet.
Right.
So now I'm just separating them by mint now. And then I might roll them and do this to it. I don't know if you can see it, that's a roll. And I'm going to just stock them away. I'm going to save all my copper pennies. But I haven't been able to get a roll or a box of roll coin because my bank says it's coin shortage. And I'm saying, really? And so I opened an account somewhere else to see if I can get boxes there. And they have a coin counter. So whatever I don't get
Right.
filled, then I just take it to there.
You just take it there and say, makes sense.
Yeah. That way I'm not having to rush through it and have to roll everything because that takes a lot of time.
Right.
And I'm also filling. I also bought $100 worth of coin books.
$100 worth of coin books. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I went ahead and bought 100. They were on sale on Wizard Coin Supply because this one at Hobby Lobby where I thought it was cheaper.
Right.
We were selling them for I don't know what was the price. They said $5 a piece, and they were selling them for $260. So I said, "Geez, that's cheap."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went ahead and ordered them.
Mm-hmm.
And they came, and I got now 34 books. I got to fill now.
Oh yeah. That seems fun. I like doing coin collecting too. So it seems pretty fun.
Yeah, it's time consuming, but
It is. Yeah.
I don't have anything else to do right now because it just winds me down.
Right.
Otherwise it's just crazy.
I also have a question.
Sure.
Question. Do you watch Mark Felton? You know who that is?
Mark Felton?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, he's an awesome World War II YouTuber.
There's another guy.
He talks about crazy stuff. I was watching his video the other day, right? He was talking about how the Japanese got a Tiger tank from the Germans.
They got a Tiger tank?
A Tiger tank from the Germans.
Dang.
Well, they haven't really. Well,
Hey,
he said. Go ahead.
I just said, hey, Midnight. Go ahead.
Hey, Midnight. He said that. Mark Felton. He said that. They didn't really see in combat, they never reached the land. Right, I saw half of it, then I went to sleep, so I haven't really know the complete answer to it. But he said that some of them haven't reached the land of the rising sun, though, and they never saw combat either. I guess they just have it, and it was part of their trading. Like Germany was trading with Japan, during World War II. And that's why they have U-boat parts in Indonesia because they were trading with the Japanese as well, which is pretty amazing. And this is 43 we're talking about. So by that point, the Allies would have they would pretty much control most of the Pacific then because Japan's navy wasn't really good after Midway. But but anyway, yeah. I mean, I can send you the link. It's pretty interesting. They even gave him the Germans even gave him a U-boat one time. So
Well,
because
yeah,
Japan felt like, go ahead.
because they had the mini subs, and they patterned them up to U-boats.
Right. Yeah, like the Japanese subs were really small.
It was 2 man. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But anyway, I mean, then again, it's like, yeah, I mean, they gave him a freaking U-boat, which is amazing, which is kind of interesting, actually. So, pretty interesting guy. I think you should watch him. He even wrote like at least like 10 books about these type of subjects. Like, for example, like some of them I haven't really watched, but they're very popular though. Like his popular video is find it.
Sure. I'll watch a lot of
How did Hitler sounded like in his everyday voice instead of just him just screaming all the time? That was also another one. I watched that. That was pretty amazing. Japan had white soldiers during World War II, which is pretty interesting. And those soldiers were Russian soldiers.
Right.
Because they want to fight for Japan. The reason why they want to fight for Japan is because they want to get rid of the Soviets. There were former white Russian soldiers from the Russian Civil War.
Would it be Cossacks?
Would it be Cossacks?
Yeah.
You could say some of them were Cossacks. Yeah. It's just people that were loyal to, like they're not in, like they don't like the Bolshevik system.
Okay.
That's pretty much what the White Army was like. There are people that just don't like the system at all. Like a bunch of monarchists, anti-communists.
Yeah, I think I remember the acronym.
The acronym for it?
No. The group. If I remember correctly.
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about, Hector.
Yeah, I was trying to remember right now. I can't.
You might have heard of this, Hector, too. Do you know there's like a small Korean conflict in the 60s?
Korean conflict?
Yeah.
You mean the 50s?
From 65 to 67, he talked about that too.
Oh, that's Indochina.
No, in Korea.
In Korea?
Was like a small skirmish. Yep. Like a small little skirmish.
Not that I can remember, yeah.
Between the U.S. and North Korea.
I know the ones in the 50s and 53.
Oh yeah, there was like a small one like in the 60s. Like Mark Felton literally talked about this.
No, I have to look that up.
I'll send you the video though.
Okay.
Like I said, I mean, I'll send you his channel and the video because he was he's a pretty, like I said again, he's pretty amazing when it comes to World War II stuff actually, and wrote a couple of books. He's a really good World War II historian, I might say. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I've been watching more documentaries on World War II since Dad passed away. So yeah, I'm pretty interested in it.
Your dad passed away?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
I
just lost Mom in January.
Oh, your mom passed away? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. And then I became a grandfather 8 days later.
Wait, you became a grandfather?
Again, yeah.
Again? So you're a great-grandfather now, right?
Oh, no. Just a grandfather.
Just a grandfather. Just a grandfather.
Yeah. My daughter gave birth 8 days after Mom passed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of bittersweet year. But there's a saying that I keep hearing from my relatives that seems to be a term of acceptance, and they said ni modo. What else can you do? That's their
Right.
phrase. And I'm going, man, that's kind of cold. But that's the way, because they dealt with a lot of death, especially during the cholera infection in Mexico and the war of 1910 to 19.
Wait, how old is you? How old is passed away?
My
She
mom,
saw all that?
my mom was 90. Yeah,
That's
my
crazy.
grandfather saw the Crucistas, the persecution of the Catholics in Mexico from 24 to 40, no, 24 to 26. My
Right.
mom even lost a cousin that was a priest. They shot him outside the church building of his. He was pastoring, and he was wearing his clerical smock, and they found him and they shot him against the church wall. The bullet still exists on the wall of the church too. He's considered a martyr.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, they went through a lot of death.
Okay, especially early 20th century Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, think of this. I mean, the United States didn't complete becoming the United States until 1959 when Alaska and Hawaii
Right.
were states.
Well,
And
as
you had
we
the
know
two.
it now.
All right, guess who I was watching last night? It was a documentary. Will Rogers.
Who?
He was a political commentator of the Cherokee Nation. He was very famous in the radio days of vaudeville too. His name was Will Rogers. You gotta look him up.
Man, I gotta study my Hollywood history and acting history. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I should work on that.
A lot of the things he says are very they're very politically timely for now. He criticizes the government, but in a humorous way.
Right.
And it's really catchy. He's kind of folksy. He's actually a Native American that did not look Native American, and he was accepted as a white person. And he would his father was very into the government of the Cherokee Nation, and he was very influential about Oklahoma. That's where they're from, and it was just interesting. Let me copy that down because I don't have the YouTube up.
Yeah, I put that's Mark Felton's channel. Also, I'm gonna put the Korean conflict, the second Korean conflict of
Okay.
65 to 67. I'm gonna put that there too.
Let's see, where am I?
Like Mark Felton, he talks about stuff that is not in the history book. I can tell you that right now. He's a pretty awesome historian. So, let me turn off mine.
There we go.
It was just a small skirmish. It wasn't really like a full-out war, though. You know what I mean? So, so it wasn't really a full-out war.
Is he the one that's got the Star Wars stormtroopers?
Yep, that's Mark. Yep, that's Mark. That's Mark Felton.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him. So that is him. Pretty awesome guy. I got a lot of history YouTubers I can bring up if you want.
Well, you know something? I'm going to tell you something. And if you could take my cue on this, but take a look at Groucho Marx. What's my line? And a lot of people that are on his channel are like this ran from 1954 till 1968. His
The
program,
show, right?
right? But he had a lot of people on there that were movie, theater, historical figures before 1950. Like, I mean, the war was already barely over 9 years before when Groucho Marx started his program. So he had a lot of combat vets on there. He had WAFs on there. He had, famous people that I didn't know they were famous, but I've heard their name before.
Right.
And since I was born in the 50s, I paid attention a lot to their to the history.
You just weren't really interested, right?
Yeah, every time a name comes up, I look up. Frank Gifford was on there. I don't think you know who Frank Gifford is.
No, I can't say.
Frank
I gotta
Gifford.
work on this history.
Yeah, Frank Gifford was a football player that was also a broadcaster for ABC, NBC, and all that.
Okay.
So it's just it's just interesting. I just started looking the names up that he was interviewing people, and some of the people are pretty interesting.
All right.
And they're historically tied in some way.
Historically tied in some way, somewhat, right?
Like what's it? There was one program I watched. I forget which program I watched, but this man saw and was a witness to Lincoln's.
Oh yeah, I saw that actually. I saw that.
Him?
Yeah,
the
assassination of Abraham Lincoln, right?
Yeah, he was the Ford's Theater the night that Lincoln was shot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The last surviving member that remembers or was there.
Yeah, I saw Lucille Ball was in it.
Yeah, another one was where I was watching a program. They were the last Confederate soldier alive.
What, in the show?
Yeah.
Okay, now I gotta watch that.
And they're good. I mean, it's a different time, a different mentality. Some of the things they say are pretty like you wouldn't say nowadays because it's
it won't fly now. Yeah.
And I'm not going for the content of that. I'm going for more of the historical figures that go in there.
Right.
It's pretty interesting. Some of the people
obviously, if you have a source that was from that time, you're gonna see stuff that things won't fly now.
Like one time they had the captain of the Memphis Belle.
Memphis Belle.
The Memphis Belle. Memphis Belle was the most famous B-25 bomber that survived 25 missions, and they were sent to the United States for the bond effort to raise more money.
Make more money.
Yeah, if you have 25 flights, successful bombing flight, you're given a pass to get home. Well, at that time, they were losing like 3 out of 5 crews on those bombing rides in Germany. So it was pretty lucky that they lasted 25 without getting hit or killed.
Right.
Yeah, so they were sent home for propaganda, and they were able to. And it's just things that I know because I've heard the name, but I'm not sure the people's names. It's like when you know a rock band, you know the name of it, you know the song, but you don't know the name of the song.
You don't know the name of it, though. Right.
Yeah.
Well, Hector, I'm gonna bail.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go tonight too because I'm
gonna bail. The sun's coming up, and I'm gonna have some breakfast over here.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it.
All right. I'll see you later, Hector.
All right.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
You too. Ronnie, you gonna stay up? I guess I'm the one left.
And my computer's being slow. I don't know what the problem is. It's trying to shut down on me. Yeah, my grandkids will be waking up here soon, and I'll be fixing them breakfast.
Okay. Well, I need to get some sleep because it's
Oh,
sort of possible here in California.
yeah, I kept them all night last night.
Yeah, we had our grandma during the week, so she kept us up and running around, and we got tired really quick with her being around. But we don't mind her being here. As a matter of fact, we went to go see her today, and she started crying because she wanted to come home with us.
Aww.
And it's time for you guys to bond with your parents again. And she started crying again, and we wanted to bring her home, but I wanted to keep her. So I said, "Hey, no problem.
It breaks your heart when they do that, don't it?
Oh, the day before we saw her too when we dropped her off, and
Right.
she's at the window. My daughter raises the blind so she could look out, and sure enough, she started crying.
Aww.
So, you know,
How old is she?
not even 2 years old yet. Yeah. And she's fearless. I do uno, dos, tres, and I toss her in the air.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it for a while, and so the night that we were going to bring her home, that was Thursday. She even said it to me in Spanish. I'm going, oh my gosh, she said 1, 2, 3 in Spanish. And so she gets on the coffee table, uno, dos, tres, and she throws herself at me. Fearless. Yeah, I got to get going too because my wife's going to be up in about 4 hours, and I already took a nap in the evening, so that's why I needed to wind down a little bit by doing this.
Yeah.
And then I'll get up at 8 and start my chores.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody in chat land, thank you for coming in.
Much love to all.
Yeah, say your prayers, wear your mask, and wash your hands, and make sure that we take care of each other. We ain't got nobody
Right.
else.
That's right.
And
See you later, Hector.
If we do, we see everybody later. Good night, everyone.